Oh man, yo. Welcome back to another episode of IBTE Sports Podcast. You got your boy Lawrence and Phil tonight.
So
Uh Kenny and Neil had things to do. Think what isn't Neil? Neil's he might be on vacation to be honest.
in Canada, I believe.
Yeah, he's in Canada. That's his
PTO.
that's his new home now. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me?
He said that's
But
my
man,
vacay home.
we got a lot, but we got a good amount of stuff to talk about tonight. We got a packed slate, important Wednesday here too. So man, first off, you already know how you feeling. How's your week been going, man?
Pretty good so far. Living life on here and Baller Central. So been busy with a lot of gaming content over there since MLB and WWE just came out. So I've been playing a lot on that. And we have a bracket challenge going on, obviously, in ours and in Baller Central for the Mavericks Madness tournament.
Yeah,
So for the Ball Central one, it depends on everything. It uh, it basically is dependent on the Miami and UConn game. It's between me and Kenny right now, our Kenny. So if
Mhm.
UConn wins, he wins the money because everyone else brackets is busted like hell because all the madness going on. But if Miami wins, I win the money. So all eyes on that game. Miami UConn,
you
winner take
might you
all.
might as well collude, man.
I'm thinking about
Give
it.
yourself guarantee yourself the win. You can just change the timeline. Kenny will never know.
If it was anyone but Kenny, I would do it. But I gotta stay loyal to Kenny, sort of.
You know Kenny's gonna let you hear it too.
Yep. But I mean, if the game gets if UConn's blowing them out, I might like try to hack the app a little bit. But we'll see how this game goes. I'm excited to see the Final Four game.
Now for me, man, it's my first full week starting my new job, so it's been a very interesting week. Trying to just get settled in at the new job, but I'm really excited for what it's going to do for me in the future. So, but man, listen, if y'all just tuned in, man, IBT Sports Podcast talking NBA tonight. We got the opening day for MLB tomorrow too. We'll try to get some MLB in there because I know Kenny, Phil, Neil they watch it a bit more than I do. I tried to watch a little bit more last year, which I did. This year I'm gonna try to tune in a bit more. Um, but yeah, man, I'm excited.
Their
Sports
preseason is coming. Whoa.
Nerfing season.
Their preseason, I can't wait.
But man, listen, NBA right now. You guys see the thumb. You guys see the thumbnail. Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is back tonight. He gets a matchup against.
Should be
Uh,
Minnesota, I believe.
they're playing against Minnesota tonight. I think that's going to be a really good game, action packed. Definitely going to be tuned into that because Ant Edwards at this point he top three for my favorite
He might
players.
not play too, so
Yeah, he's still trying to battle through the foot injury and everything like that too. So and he hasn't been feeling good. How do you feel about Kevin Durant coming back tonight? And then what do you think this means for the Suns if he can for a third time come back in this season and then actually be unfazed by injuries?
well, I mean, to me, I think it's a little bit too early for him to come back. I believe he should have just rested the rest of rest of the play-in or rest of the regular season because, I mean, honestly, I don't see the Suns making any like huge moves or like moves in the standings. And he's Kevin Durant. He's one of the best players in the league, no matter how you feel about him. And you need a player like that, and especially with him in your system. With the Kevin Durant in that Sun system, I think they're like number one in a good amount of stats as well, team stats. So they need Kevin Durant badly, and if he's not there, they could likely be upset in the playoffs. So it's very, very, very risky having him play in the regular season because I think tonight he's on a minutes restriction. I don't know what that means. He could play a lot, he could play less, so we'll find out. But better you got it. But these superstars, especially with Kevin Durant, with a lot of injuries, like recently, I don't know when's the last time he played a full season. You got to be careful because one bad move, your season could be done. So be very cautious. That's all I gotta say. Very, very cautious. Oof.
Yeah, very cautious.
You
But
traded McCall and Cam for him. You better be cautious.
yeah. I think it's gonna be big for them. I think Devin Booker he gets I think it makes I think it makes his life so much easier, especially when it gets to the playoffs. Because
I don't have to guard Luca. Yes. Yeah, let's go.
yeah, he said I don't have to guard Luca.
He's gonna be talking shit behind Kevin Durant's back to Luca, like
Right,
some random ass bully.
right. But nah, I think it's gonna be big for the Suns to get Kevin Durant back. Hopefully he can stay healthy. He's one of my favorite players of all time. So I'm happy to see him back. I'm definitely gonna watch tonight. I think that game starts in a little bit here too, about an hour or so. So flip it to the flip side. I just put it up on there since we're already talking about the Suns. The Suns play the Timberwolves tonight. Injuries have become a big thing in the last few weeks here, last month. You got Ant Edwards. He's battling injuries. They're at the 7th seed right now. And then you got Cat coming back.
With his voice changes. Yeah. Well, interview Cat's back. We just talk about this for the podcast, like Carl Anthony Towns. He loves loves the persona of changing his voice mid interview. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see him back. He's like much needed because the offense is if Rudy Gobert is your main big, offense
Yeah,
is looking rough.
I think for a little, yeah, I was gonna say for a little bit you had the role players picked up the slack though. I will say that you had Jaden McDaniels, he was doing his thing. You had Kyle Anderson. Kyle Anderson was filling up a stat sheet. May have not scored you 20 points. He gave you 8 and 6. Sometimes I think he had a couple triple doubles or close to him this month. I think he had
Nas Reed as well.
yeah, not yeah, Nas
Mike
Reed, he's
Conley here
killing.
there too.
Mike Conley too. He's in a lot of big shots.
Yeah.
He's assisting the ball. He's got the games I've watched. He's had at least 5+ assists a game.
Yeah, man,
Which
he's
is
knocking out threes good as well too.
yeah. So I think I don't know. We kind of saw when the Timberwolves they had the two towers. They had Cat and Rudy. I I think some people don't think it's gonna work, but obviously they got to make it work
Oh,
because
I agree.
you say you agree with that.
Absolutely.
Why?
Yeah, because I mean, don't get me wrong, Rudy Gobert is a good defensive player, but that's all he can provide you. He doesn't provide you much on offense besides maybe an alley oop or tip in. Also, you need floor spacing because with him and Cat both on the floor, especially on defense, if he gets like on a pick and roll switch, if he gets stuck on a guard, it's a sweet out there, as the kids say today, on the perimeter. Because I'd rather have Cat guard on the perimeter, to be honest. Because all Rudy Gobert has been known for is being a great paint defender. Nothing wrong with that. He just and certain teams that can work, but I don't think it'll work with Minnesota just because they need defenders because that team, ever since they lost D'Lo.
And you kind of seen it with you can kind of he's pretty much the same player. And listen, I would say shit. All offensively when it gets going, Steven Adams with from if he gets going, I feel like he's very similar to Rudy Gobert. I feel like Rudy Gobert is obviously overpaid for
Yeah.
him being a center because offensively it's an offensive league. So you need to score the points. And I don't know how he got the deal he got, but that's
Also,
besides the point. But
I think like a game or two ago, Rudy Gobert had the ugliest looking fadeaway I've ever seen in my life.
yeah, and the guy and somebody on the bench was going crazy.
Yeah.
They were like, oh my goodness. But I would say it's gonna be similar to kind of what the Grizzlies did. The Grizzlies, like they literally said, Adams, you're not playing in the playoffs. And he just disappeared. Like he just had DNPs the whole playoffs last year.
Yeah.
So it was just like
All part of the game plan. You got to see sometimes your player's not going to fit in certain game situations. You got to do his best. And obviously, Steven Adams in moments, that's why he didn't play. He would get exposed. So, hey, it is what it is.
so it is what it is.
Yeah. Hopefully,
Or
there's not too many parades in that city. So,
it's a parade inside my city.
Yeah. They're like Skip Bayless.
Yeah, and then we got the 76ers, man. We talk about more injuries. All right, let's try it again. That's why it's named this. You got the 76ers. You got Joel Embiid in the worst part of the season. He's saying he's fatigued, he's tired. And here here we go again. And then you got Harden. Harden is hurt.
He's got an Achilles, not very good
Achilles injury. I don't know how severe it is, but he is playing tonight.
Yeah, both of them playing. Yeah.
So I think they know like, hey, we kind of gotta keep our rhythm. I think down the stretch here, I think they might try to sit out a few games. They might play a few, sit one out, play a few, sit one out to see
Yeah,
if they can try to heal up a little bit before the playoff starts. But
yeah.
I think it's gonna be interesting with the Sixers. They got those. You got the two big stars. They're injured. Um,
You heard what
and
Joel said about Jokic though.
now what do you say?
I think there was like some random ass like you're on Twitter a lot. You see a lot of some random ass player quotes from an interview you've never seen before. Joel Embiid was talking about like the MVP race because that's all been the storyline this whole year with him and Jokic. Who's going to win MVP? Uh, he said, "I'm like 29. I'm a certain age. I haven't made NBA All First Team. I haven't won an MVP. Why is there more pressure on me than some guys who's won multiple MVPs and not has done anything with it?" And I mean, that can only mean one person, to be honest. He didn't say Jokic directly, but who's the only person with multiple MVPs that hasn't done much? Curry's won something. LeBron's won something. Giannis is doing something. It has to be Jokic. So, I mean, to be honest, he does have a point. You know,
Those conversations are probably listen. Those conversations are probably being had though. You got to think about it too. Like your locker room talk. He probably Joker probably feels the same way when he sit down with Jamal and them. They play their video game, whatever they do, they hang out. I'm better than Joker. I'm better than Embiid, and Embiid is probably with Harden, or Harden's probably telling you better than Joker.
it's some random ass club. Yo, you heard what Jokic said?
But they won't ever say that in public because then the media will come for them, say they're arrogant, or I think they'll come for Embiid more than they'll come for Joker for saying
I
that.
mean, no, that's an official quote like on Twitter. That's like that's out there in the sports world.
Wait for what?
What Embiid said about Jokic? Like, why is it? Why just to paraphrase? Why is there more pressure on me than Jokic? Like this guy's won multiple MVPs, but no one's doesn't put as much pressure as on him than me. That's what he's basically saying. That's what
Yeah,
he said on like.
because they know deep down inside Embiid is better than Joker.
Oh, that's a good possibility. I mean, preferably I like Embiid over Joker because
That's how I interpret like when people have sports takes, you gotta try to look at it from an objective standpoint too. Like you can't always see it like, all right, he's coming for me or whatever it is. But Embiid probably is like, yo, like what I don't why am I getting attacked if this dude got all these it's kind of like the criteria we say for Braun, we say for KD, we say for Kawhi, we say for PG,
yeah,
but then it's negated for Joker,
yeah,
which is we talking now we're talking about it. It's kind of like what the whole thing with the Perkins thing, Kendrick Perkins. Like they obviously JJ Redick went up there and went was kind of low key. Well, he probably didn't know he was, but he went all alt right pretty much on the show a little bit. But like you can kind of see that that's sort of what Kendrick Perkins was probably trying to say, but his delivery was horrific. I will say
yeah.
that his delivery was horrific. He left it like a Pandora's box on what he said. He said, "You do what you want with that information." It's like, yo, finish the conclusion of your statement, so nobody can say, yo, he was trying to say this, he was trying to say that. But I feel like Joker is we see it time and time again with all these athletes. Like you can go to Carmelo. Like Carmelo's thing was he's a great scorer, but he's never won. That's always going to be attached to Melo. But now Joker's here. He's about to be a three-peat, and you don't hear Joker got to win a chip. You don't see
Right,
it
you don't see it that
because
much.
low key, people probably think that he's not capable of doing that. Now they probably think Embiid can do it because of how truly he is more dominant. He's more dominant than Joker is as like as far as a physical force and playing the game of basketball. That's my opinion. I don't know how you feel about it, but
Yeah.
and they,
Yeah.
but I think it can go to head to head.
Yeah.
You saw my quote tweet. Oh shit! You saw my quote tweet the other day. I don't know if you saw it, but last time they played each other,
Oh yeah.
47, 17, and 6 or something like that. He killed
Yeah.
you. You are Gerber. Like you are. We need to get the carriage for
Yeah.
you. There's no.
What's
I don't even think it's like. All right, it's not disrespect that. It's not saying it's not close, but it's different. Like especially when people play against each other. and he kills you, there's nothing else. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Obviously,
Yeah,
all right, your team, both teams are top three in the conferences and shit like that.
yeah.
So it kind of balances out there as far as the impact on the team. And then you go head to head. Head to head is food. It's 5-2. He had 40. He only had. We're gonna round it to 50. He had 50 on your head.
Being
And
top.
I don't think he ever reached 25 on Embiid.
Better call Coach 30.
Come on, bro. But the at the same time, Joker too is the facilitating, the pass, and all that stuff is incredible. Like it's
Yeah.
not taking nothing from him, but when it comes to the Embiid and Joker, I think Embiid is just more dominant, man.
Yeah. Also, I mean,
More
they also
dominant.
both deserve criticism as well. Because you think
Yeah,
you look at Embiid's career, you were like one of the top picks for Philly. The process, you were here to change the culture of Philly. You haven't won anything yet either. With you had James Harden, you have Jimmy Butler, you have Ben Simmons, et cetera, et cetera. You haven't done anything. I mean, obviously, as a top, I don't know, like top five, top 10 pick, your goal is to win something for this organization, and you haven't done that. And also, Jokic, I
yeah,
think a second round pick or something like that. But at the other hand, he's arguably one of the best centers in the league. Also, two-time MVP. You have to win something too. You can't win an MVP award and not have an
yeah.
award, a championship attached to it. So
That's my
yeah, a lot of
issue.
pressure.
That's my issue with the media shit. Is like if you're gonna call spade a spade, call it across the board because there's no noise about Joker has to win a chip. I've never heard a guy say that on TV. Have you?
Nope.
I swear to you, I've never heard of it. But if let Russell Westbrook win 3 MVPs in a row, let Kevin Durant do it, and be prior to him going to Golden State and winning.
I've heard
Let
Harden. I've heard Embiid. I've
Yeah,
heard Kawhi.
let some of them one of those guys get 3 MVPs in a row and they don't win anything. They would literally petition to get those MVPs taken from them. Literally, that's what they would do.
Also, someone also I haven't seen a lot of noise on Giannis. Being a name thrown in the hat. I said I don't know if he exactly
The
has a
best
chance
in the
to win
league.
it,
One of
but
the
yeah,
best in the league.
he's
Best
one
in
of
the
the best
league.
players in the league.
Yeah.
Record wise, he's the top team in the East. They're number one in the East. Celtics are two. I think Sixers are three. Also, he's played the season majority with Drew Holiday and injured Chris Milton, where Embiid has had Harden, Maxey, Tobias, and Jokic, Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, and Michael Porter. So you could say that Giannis has more wins with a less healthy team or like a less talented team, just because obviously Brook Lopez is having a renaissance here, amazing on defense and scoring, et cetera, et cetera. Drew Holiday is Drew Holiday, but we haven't seen Chris Middleton at mostly at all this year. He's had some spurts here and there, but obviously Giannis has done a lot more with less. So I mean, he doesn't. I don't think he will win it, but I think Giannis at least deserves to have a hat in his ring for the award of MVP. So just my take on that. We need to talk on Giannis more. Plus, his defense is better than both of them as well. Obviously,
Right.
the better scores are probably Embiid and Jokic, but if we're looking all around defense, this is multiple time Defensive Player of the Year award winner, and he can guard 1 through 5 easily. So
So
be something to check on
I want to
Giannis.
bring I actually want to bring this up because I love that he said this. I feel like there just needs to be more of this in the NBA as far as when it comes to like kind of talking trash and just letting people know that you that fucking dude. And Giannis, this was like a month ago he said this. He actually says it about Boston and them too. He says it about Boston. Not Boston, but he just brings Boston up in the conversation, not going crazy. You can let me know if you can you hear this? Can you hear that?
I didn't hear anything yet. Nope.
You can't? Hold on. Ah, there we go. My fault. All right. All right, so hold on. You can hear it?
No, I can read it though. Yeah, that's true. The Giannis wall. That's true.
It's impossible. Exactly.
Not a lot. I don't think anyone in the league can probably guard Giannis 1-on-1. There has to be like a help defense, or like he said, a wall.
No,
Just because
it has to be help bench.
the
You
help,
need to bring the people from the bench to help out. He's
you
unstoppable.
have to bring up the towel boy, the floor cleaner. You have to bring up everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no one defender, no matter how good you are. Kawhi Leonard, uh, Nick, Patrick Beverly, one of the best defenders in the league, and
And then
others.
you got tonight where right now he had a triple double at halftime. So what can you like?
Imagine if he could shoot. If he could shoot consistently.
Yeah, and his shot is getting better. His shot selection is getting real crisp. He knows when to run the halfback ISO. He knows when to go to mid range. He knows when to take his 2 or 3 threes a game. And if he can get shit, if he can go to 30% at three, that's dangerous stuff, man. But could you imagine him averaging a triple double? Could you imagine that? What
Hold
happened?
on.
You
What's my
good?
my? Hold on. I don't know if it's me. It probably is me. Hold on.
What happened? Oh, this guy fell. You good?
There you go. I no, like you froze up. I don't know if it was like something on
Oh,
my end, but
oh.
like you were frozen up and like
It might have been because I brought the shared the screen too. That might have been caused issues.
okay, yeah, because I don't know if it was anything on my end, but yeah, I mean, Giannis is that guy. And plus, Drew Holiday, I think he has 45 points right now.
Yeah,
Let me
Drew
check.
Holiday,
Safe.
Drew Holiday, and then he has game. He got. And how
Yeah,
you feel
45
about
and 31.
how you feel about the Bucks?
I mean, as of right now, they should be considered the favorite. They're number one. They're number one team in the East, and probably I think they might have a better record than the Nuggets. But like I said, they're good defensively. Brooke Lopez has been one of the main reasons why this team has been so great. Defensively, he's
They
been
are the best.
amazing.
Yes, they are the number one
Yeah,
seed in the league.
yeah.
54 and 21.
They have been great defensively because of Brooke Lopez, getting like a good amount of blocks per game. I mean, we haven't seen the Brooke Lopez since Brooklyn. I mean, or New Jersey, whatever you want to call it. But he's been one of the main reasons. Obviously, Drew Holiday has been balling out and Giannis, but I mean, we know what they're going to do. The role players like Brooke Lopez, Bobby Portis are going to be like the key difference makers in this season, and that's what they've been doing. Brooke Lopez. I mean, that if it wasn't, I mean, not counting Giannis, Brooke Lopez has been low key their MVP of the season. Just everything, shooting, rebounding, block, defense, scoring, etc., etc. So even when Giannis was out, Brooke Lopez was going off. So
And
he's been very consistent.
Middleton's facilitating the basketball a little bit more too.
Right.
It kind of helps them out to get the role players the ball more. Their roster is loaded, man. They're not playing around. Milwaukee did not play around before the season. At the trade deadline, they picking up pieces so they can make another run. Um, but shit, and you got to respect. And another thing too is I think we got to tip our hat off to Giannis during all of this. Everybody team hopping, getting superstars teaming up. His team is truly built from the ground up. So definitely salute to him in a world where, well, in the NBA where people really team up with each other, 2, 3 superstars. He said he would never do it, and he stayed true to it.
Damn.
So
If only that only if Giannis's luck can happen with Damian Lillard.
yeah, he's probably not gonna reach out to them. You feel me? He's probably just gonna if they come here, that's cool.
Imagine if Damian Lillard gets traded to the Bucks.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I mean, think
That.
but there's not a lot of
Bro,
landing spots
that
for.
would be on. Listen, it would be incredible. Incredible. They got 54. Who all right in the dream world, what would you give up? If you're the Bucks, what are you gonna give up to get Damian Lillard?
Probably second round, probably because he's near the end of it. He's like really old at his stage of his career. It probably have to be Milton or Drew, one of those two. If
Yeah, I was
I
gonna say it has to be one of them.
Yeah, and then probably Grayson Allen, Bobby Portis.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I would say, but I was gonna say, shit, Bobby. I was gonna say Bobby, Crowder, You can send Bobby Crowder and Grayson Allen and some picks. I don't know
Mm,
if that would be enough
no,
though.
I don't think it'll be enough. You have to get rid of Milton or Drew.
Yeah, I know.
Dame Miller's stature, you're gonna have to go with one of them.
Yeah.
If I had to choose, I'd probably get up Milton. I know Milton's a fan favorite there, but well,
He's
because
he's battling a nasty injury too, coming
yeah.
back and from it. So,
Plus a combo guard lineup of Dame Lillard, and Andrew Holiday,
oh my
scoring and
goodness,
defense. I'd take that over Drew Holiday, Middleton, and Giannis. That would be nasty.
yeah, that's gonna be that'd be crazy. Damian Lillard and Greek on the same team. What?
Andrew Holiday, the third option to play defense. He would
Could
come
you, bro? Greek gonna be driving. It's gonna be three people. It's
kick
gonna
out
be a
thing.
kick to the thing. You got Dame. Dame got 9 threes in the game. First quarter.
And Drew Holiday's got to play defense. To be honest, you didn't have to score that much with Damon. Giannis, that's like easy 30 each. You just got to maybe
Yeah.
score 10 and play some defense. That's it for Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
70 points from your big three in
I was
defense.
about to say, which he kind of does too. He sort of does that. I think Middleton's out tonight.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, Middleton's out tonight, so you can see. All right, he's going for 40 plus. As soon as Middleton is like, I need a rest. So now
Right.
you obviously got that option too, where he can actually take the game over too.
Yeah. Middleton will probably be the question mark going into the playoffs as well because we don't know how healthy this man is. He's been sitting out here and there, and that's one of the main reasons they lost to Boston last year. They didn't have a fully healthy team, and we got to see how they and if that matchup might possibly come again in the future. So will they be ready this time with or without Middleton?
Yeah. All right,
Boston stinks,
so let's well, we're gonna have a quick one tonight. We don't really got to go too crazy because you obviously got the games tonight. The season's winding down. We'll take a look at the what's the name? The playoff picture real quick.
around the NBA. No.
Around the NBA.
We talk about the Mavericks too. See what's going on over there. A lot of panic over there.
Yeah, we get a lot of panic. The Kyrie curse. I wish the fellows was here tonight because I wanted to definitely discuss that
We will
bullshit
save
they
that.
said in the group chat. Yeah. So right now you obviously got Denver 51-24. They're waiting on to see who they play from the play-in. The play-in starts the 11th, and the playoffs start the 14th, I believe, of April.
15th.
Is it 14th or 15th? 14th,
15th.
right?
It's on the top.
15th? Oh shit! Oh, okay. Oh shit! I was going off of what I saw on Twitter. I knew the 11th for the play-in was for sure.
Yeah, I mean, as of right now, the only thing we know that's solidified is probably. I think the Kings. I think there's reports saying the Kings are probably going to stay at 3. Now, there's not a lot of movement going on in that area but the Suns are 5 behind. So everyone else is 5 behind. So I bet a lot of people might, try to maybe lose some games or win some games just try to get that matchup with the Kings. Because think about it, that's the best first round matchup there. If you want to face a top 3-4 seed, the Denver Nuggets obviously.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Grizzlies.
I don't know if you want to face. Listen, first off,
I'd rather play the Kings than the Nuggets or Grizzlies in the first round.
Or
Suns.
If Sacramento, if they can stay in this 2 or 3 seed, somebody that we feel like can beat them is not going to beat them in Sacramento. Bros, I don't know, man.
If it stays like this, the Warriors have the Kings in first matchup.
It's gonna be crazy, but I don't think it's gonna stay like that. It's too close.
You think the Warriors go up or down?
Yeah, it's a 40 game. What, we got 4 teams at 40.
Yeah, the Clippers are like 1 game ahead.
Yeah, you feel me? So I think there's
the Timberwolves. Yeah,
there's gonna be some movement. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I feel like there's gonna be movement. And you can also see shit. We might see the Pelicans late too. They might get a surge if they get Zion back. If he has another, I don't know if he's gonna have another setback or not, but
yeah,
I could definitely see it happen.
Imagine the Thunder knock out the Lakers in the play-in tournament. The team that beat the Lakers on LeBron's historical night, knocked them out the playoffs. That would be hilarious. He's like, yeah, you broke the record, but you lost the game, and you're going to lose against us. That'd be terrible.
Yeah, tonight they started for the Lakers. They started Braun, Austin Reeves, Vandy, D'Lo, AD, and I love that lineup.
You think
Malik Beasley off
you
the
think AR is
bench.
worth 80 mil?
Who?
AR, Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves. What? How long? What's the duration? 4?
I think so. That's his market right now. He's trying to get paid. I mean, the one thing with LeBron, like you could have you're guaranteed almost like a payday if you're a free agent the upcoming year because he always gets his teammates paid.
Yeah,
Russo,
I think you
etc.
do give the money to him because he's a young piece and he's showing promise. Like he's showing growth since he's got scraps. He killed during those scraps. You gave him more food. He killed that,
Mamba
and now
country.
and now he's here. He's in what's the name? Wait, who just said that?
Mhm.
Oh, Neil said hello from Canada. What's good, man? Canada,
Candidate.
Canada, eh? But yeah,
I'm
I think
surprised he's able to type. I thought he'd be not physically able to type due
you
to
know, listen,
activities.
pull one up for you, man.
Allegedly.
You
There
know,
you go.
allegedly, he's in that PTO, man. PTO. I gotta call HR.
That's how you know. Yeah, that's how you
It's
know.
getting
Like
out of hand.
that's how you know Neil has been drinking a few. He says hello from Canada. When has Neil ever said hello as a
Today,
greeting?
Neil, who you since you in here, bro? What you think about the Kings against the Warriors? You think the Kings got a chance, or they fool's gold in the at the third seed?
Neil does hate Steph Curry, so this might be a toss up.
Steph Curry is incredible. Do you see what he did the other night? He's incredible.
Yeah, the 20-point comeback against the Pelicans. It's crazy.
I feel like you can't hate Curry though. Like
So a lot of people hate Curry.
he came from bro. He came from Davidson. Like he been carrying teams. He been doing what he's doing. Like he's
Yeah,
always done that.
every Curry.
Warrior sweep. Wow.
No, you can't hate Curry, but you can. But a lot of teams hate the Warriors because obviously the
Yeah.
Kevin Durant thing. But a lot of Curry's haters say he can't play defense. He's paper mache because of his ankles and his issues.
Yeah,
Yada yada.
his career was almost over very early. That's a whole fact. That's documented. He had broken ankles every other game.
I mean, I like him
He said
personally.
Warrior sweep. Yeah, Curry is the man. You got to respect greatness. Like if you have, I feel like if you have some like bullshit reason not to like somebody, like if someone is great, like you're just doing that's just anything. But Neil was talking about physically fighting him, so I think that was unrelated with basketball. That was
No,
something personal with a person that he doesn't know. So
I'm about to say I'm pretty sure Steph Curry a whole foot taller than Neil, so that'd be very interesting.
and then let's see what else we got. Who do you think gets out of that as far as the play in for Minnesota
Oh,
and the Pelicans?
it all depends on if Zion shows up. As of right now, if Zion's not playing, I got Minnesota just because
Minnesota.
I think they at least Well, it also depends on Edwards, but I just think the Pelicans are heavily reliant on Zion. Yes, you have Bi, Brandon Ingram, you have McCollum. Alvarado's been hurt. Their team dealing with a lot of injuries as well, minus Zion. So
Yeah.
I just think that the healthier team will win, and I think that by the time we get to that game, it's going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves. And as a tribute, they're probably going to have Mike Conley crying in the crowd after they won the game because they won a play-in game, i.e. Patrick Beverley last year. So you have to reenact that if you win the play-in game. You have to. Play the Man in the Background by Aloe Black. Just music.
The man and the man and the man.
Yeah, exactly. Mike Conley just throwing his jersey.
Flip side, the East, the bottom tier, the East, the 7 through 10 seed is just dog shit.
Side note, I got the
It's
Thunder
bad.
beating the Lakers as well. Because fuck the Lakers. Complete bias.
Interesting.
Shy.
You don't really. I love the Thunder though. I love watching the Thunder.
They beat the same. Well, not the same team, but they
beat the Clippers. They beat the Lakers.
They've managed to beat the Lakers on LeBron's historical
I believe they beat the Warriors too.
I mean, Josh Giddey, SGA, Lou Dort. I mean, they may be young, but they're scrappy.
Both the Jalen's.
They could pull both Jalen's, but Jalen Williams has been hooping like crazy. Both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, if any team could pull off an upset and just play into them, it would be them. So I would be surprised. But I honestly, I do have the Lakers winning, but I would be surprised if the Thunder upsetted them. So
I respect that.
It's also fuck the Lakers though, 100%. Sorry, I mean no, fuck. If Nigel, if you're watching,
that's that Boston in you.
Absolutely. And I don't feel the same way. Nigel wants to lose in the first round.
Yeah, y'all probably will.
Rivals. Well, good too.
Atlanta. Nah, let me. All right.
Isn't there a stat about Atlanta?
Since
They
we on
won
it,
one,
bro.
lose one, won one, lose one. They've been at five for every other week or week.
Since we on it. Since we on it. All right. The Heat
He
or
played for
the
it, yeah.
Heat or the Hawks. What you got? They both suck.
Both of these teams have to be heavily overwhelming.
They're
But
both bottom dwellers.
question: Do the play-ins count as a playoff match?
Yes.
Jimmy Butler, Miami Heat.
Okay.
Jimmy Butler may not be the best regular season players, but once the playoff hit, Jimmy Butler.
I just don't think anybody's checking him.
Yep, no one on the Hawks team is checking him.
Yeah, this is not gonna happen. And you got to think about Trey. I don't know. Trey go into a low mode in the playoffs though. Let's not forget he do go into a little mode.
I mean, they played. I think they had a series last year. The Heat dogged Atlanta last year.
Yeah.
I think they won in 5 games, maybe. Yeah, 5 games. So, I mean, nothing really changed from each team. I think, besides the Hawks losing Herter, the same Miami team.
All the Hawks got to do is score to get to a target score because he can't score.
Yeah. Also, they have DeJounte Murray. So this is going to be the first playoff run with DeJounte. So it's basically going to be how well can DeJounte Murray play in the playoffs with the Hawks, because we know how well that he can play together. It's the same team from last year. We just got to see.
I don't really like I don't like him at the 2 guard. I've been watching him through the season. I don't like him at that. Yeah, I think he needs to be the one with the ball and facilitating shit. Trey Young is not.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna last too much longer.
Yeah, if I had to choose, I'd probably choose Miami.
Okay. And then you got another just dog shit game. The Bulls and the Raptors, man. Raptors are pretty much done after the season. The whole thing is about to get.
They got to pay everybody.
Yeah, and that's what you get for having the 7 people that are the same size, same build, and the same archetype, and could do the same thing.
And you brought back Jakob for no absolute reason.
Yeah, we need to rebound so we can all take 3-pointers. Right. They leave Portal in the paint by himself the whole game. It's so bad.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Chicago, just because I think the Raptors are dealing with injuries as well, and I trust DeMar, Levine, and Vooch, even though I know you have mixed feelings about Vooch, over the Toronto 3. So
a bitch.
Yeah, but yeah, I think they have the experience playing in the playoffs. Yeah. And I think the Toronto Raptors team is still young, and who knows what happens to them, because they have to pay all the starters and the bench people. So I think this is where the Raptors figure out who they are as a team and try to figure it out in the offseason, because I don't think they get a playoff run out of this. So looks up for them.
And then I think one of the best series that's going to be I think top 2 right now that I'm seeing just from playing and what is here now is Phoenix and Clippers, and then the Knicks and the Cavs.
Russ versus KD.
Yeah. Ooh. I think it's going to be an incredible series. And you got people on the outside looking in that have potential to get in there too. You got the Dallas Mavericks if they can get it together. And even if you got the Jazz. You got the Jazz that could potentially make a run if they do somehow try.
The Blazers are cooked.
But yeah, Blazers are done. That's why I didn't even mention them.
Yeah, but
you still got the Wizards over here. The 2 games out of it. So
honestly, I think either the Wizards or the Pacers might sneak in there. But also another matchup I want to point out: Knicks versus Cavs. You got 2 teams been on the rise this year. Jalen Brunson has been cooking for the Knicks, and Donovan Mitchell has been cooking for the Cavs. I think he's the youngest shooting guard to get 10,000 points in his career, faster than D Wade. So, also, I mean, if the Knicks hated Trae Young in the Garden, they're going to hate Donovan Mitchell even more in this Garden. I just think.
I was watching the Shaq interview on YouTube the other day, and he was talking about like how he he's not really hating when he talks to the current players, and he was talking about how Donovan Mitchell's game completely changed after he called him out, and he's a beast right now.
Yeah, I think the Knicks are going to win this series.
He is. He truly is.
Or like
He's
crazy.
playing light. Yeah, he's playing lights out. Offensively, he's just on a whole nother level. I
Yeah.
think even with the Jazz, I feel like the Jazz he didn't really have what he has here. Like, yeah, two rebounding bigs, and you have people that offensively can help you. You got Karis LeVert off the bench. You got even what's the name? Even Okoro gets going. He's a defensive player,
I
but
mean, I do
people
like this Cavs team as well. I mean, they. I just don't personally, as a Celtics fan, you know how I feel about the Knicks. Dylan, if you're watching, like the Knicks. But the one thing I that the Cavs might have a weakness for in the playoffs is the bench. Obviously, I think obviously you mentioned Coro Levert. I mean, I mean, you're gonna have a deep roster for the playoffs or in any competitive
yeah,
sport in the playoffs. And I think outside the starters, I just don't think the Cavs have a very good, very deep team out on the bench. That might be their one struggle because the starters are great: Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Okoro, Mobley, and Allen. But after those five, it's gonna be hard to find production. Rubio's decent, Levert's decent, but I just don't think anyone could try to keep the game flow up if they're subbed in or subbed out. So it's gonna be very tough to see how this Cavs team can perform when the starters are out. So
yeah,
one thing to
true.
watch for.
I feel you on that. Yeah, that is a good point. I just think, like I was saying to the Mitchell thing, is just he has more. I feel like he just has more help. He can
Right.
probably can breathe a little bit more than the Jazz. The Jazz was like immense pressure because everything is like Utah. When you thought Utah Jazz, everybody thought Spider. When you think of the Cavs, now you got Garland, you got Mobley, you got
Jared Allen.
Levert, Jared Allen, you got all these guys that can help you out, and they're actually considered some of the top role players or just guys in the league too. So I think the playoffs is going to be really fun. I'm excited because I'm really tired of. I'm going to be completely honest. Get tired of the analytics guys. They can kick a boulder with no shoe on.
Open toe
Um,
sandals.
I just can't wait. I can't wait for the playoffs where everything is they're trying to play to win. This every day shit is just garbage. We need to. This person's got to play 7.34 minutes in this game. We need to make sure that his average is here. His injury outtake. Oh, he's battling. It's like
And because I think
is this not enjoyable anymore to
yeah,
watch this shit?
yeah, going
Like
back to the whole Cavs thing, like their bench in the playoffs, they're gonna go to what 8, 9 man rotations, maybe 10 at most. But most teams usually run 9 man rotations. Unless you're the Knicks, you run 12 man rotations because
oh my
you know how the
goodness.
Knicks are rotations.
How do you go into I don't get I just don't understand it. How do you go into a basketball game and you have your whole roster playing? That's just
It's
ridiculous.
2K. 5 minutes. 5 minutes in the game, you sub your players in.
You're
5 minutes in the game, sub your players in. 2K
bro,
logic.
you're in the hunt for the playoffs and you're playing 12 people on your roster. You don't want to win.
Yeah,
You need to clear house. Like people that have been doing that, like the Magic, they gotta. I said this other than Magic Spurs, Hornets. Who else is a bottom dollar?
Pistons, Rockets.
Pistons. They need to consolidate the teams. They need to get rid of the four teams, make a new team, and make two new teams and fill it with those players. And that I feel like that would solve the problem because I'm tired of watching this shit of 16 G League players playing in a game. Doesn't make sense. It's the same thing every single year,
Gotcha.
over and
So,
over and over again.
question for you:
What's up?
out of the West and the East, one team each, which team is under the most pressure to win on each team, each conference?
The most pressure to win?
Yep. Like if they don't get it done this year, we gotta start worrying.
I'm gonna say what I said earlier. We're gonna go back to the number one seed in the West. The Nuggets have to do something. They have to do something. There needs to start being a narrative. Why is there not a narrative for Joker and his lack of winning?
Right, two
Like
MVPs.
nobody else gets this grace period. No other player has got this grace period after even being dominant and averaging a triple double, having two MVPs. There's no player in history.
Westbrook at least has the finals appearance under his name. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
you
agree.
feel
I
me?
agree with
So
that.
it's just like, and Westbrook is one of the greatest players ever. There's not like the stuff he was doing was insane, regardless of how you felt about him. if you thought he sabotaged KD, all this other shit, that don't change that he was incredible.
Yeah.
So
We got for the East.
and then the East, I think the team with the most pressure to win is Boston. I think
I agree with that.
Boston.
Yeah,
I think Boston has to do something. The time is ticking out with the whole Brown thing coming out
I agree with that. Yeah.
lately. Him potentially. This is it. This is a farewell tour. Yeah, Celtics and Nuggets. Yeah, yep, that's a fact. No, they'll said it. I didn't even see the comments, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think those are the two teams. Is
How the
they're
hell is he
starting.
able to type like clean? That's just crazy. You're not really vacationing then, Neil. If you're
So
able to type out your words perfectly, you're not vacationing.
yeah, so I think those are the two teams right now.
I agree with that. Yeah, with the
Yo,
Celtics.
anybody that's tuning in right now, who do you think has the most pressure out of the East and West to win a chip? I got the Nuggets and the Celtics. My reason for the Nuggets is Joker is potentially about to get his third MVP, and there's no narrative how it was the disrespect for Paul George, the disrespect for Kawhi Leonard, the disrespect for KD, the disrespect for Devin Booker. Um, there's just been countless disrespect to players for the past 10 years about them not winning and them not getting there, and they get there, they don't win, and it is what it is. You get even take Boston as an example. Take Boston as an example. Like Tatum is the perfect example of why Joker needs pressure. Tatum has gradually got better, and he's put his team in situations to get there and win. He's been dominant and all that, and he got that energy. They're talking about they need to break up the band. They need to trade everybody on the Celtics once they lost. That's insane. He's what? How old is he? 24.
24, 25. Yeah.
This dude Nell is crazy. You see what he said?
What do you say? Hold on. I have it on full screen. That's why I haven't seen it.
Oh, he said, "Tell your mommy I said hi." He's tripping.
Now, if I said something, I would be tripping.
Now who do you got?
I mean,
Before
not
we
to
wrap up
copy,
here.
not to copy. I'll probably say Phoenix.
Okay.
You have Chris Paul. You have an aging Chris Paul with
Yep.
he's 57 years old. I don't know how much longer he has in the league. I
He's
mean, he's
crazy.
not. Yeah,
He's
he's not the scorer he used to be, but he's still a facilitator and a good leader. Devin Booker. I mean, you finally have a decent team around you. No excuses now. You can't say you've been in Phoenix for so long. You have no talent. You have that talent now. DeAndre Ayton, still fairly young, but you've had constant letdowns in the playoffs and regular season, especially last year against the Mavericks. You had your prime matchup against an easy, the easy big men of the Mavericks last year. Dwight Powell, Bertans. It was supposed to be an easy 2020 for you.
Yeah,
So
they was
you
out
need
there clipping. It was out there clipping him up.
and most importantly, Kevin Durant. Whenever a team has Kevin Durant on your squad, there's always pressure to win a championship, just because he's easily one of the best scorers of all time and probably arguably a top
I
five,
just love that
top
he's
six
just
player
doing.
in the year.
He's just doing whatever he wants, and that shit is so great. It's hilarious how mad people get. He's just literally just like, I'm gonna go to this team that's already good. I'm gonna go to this team that's
He's like
already good.
he's basically he's a building supervisor. He goes to the things that are already set up, make sure they're perfect. So
Don't come to me unless you need me. All right, we need you. And then he show up.
yeah. I
He
mean,
do all the work.
and obviously there's pressure on Kevin Durant from his career as well. You can say whatever you want about him, but at the end of the day, he is a great player. But you also got to see what he can do without the Warriors, because obviously in the world of sports, we care a lot about winning. It's just competitive nature. And if you look at it, not a lot of winning has been done ever since he left Golden State. Disaster in Brooklyn, and now he looks to go west and try to win. So there's a lot of pressure on the Suns and KD.
That's walking into the jungle. He should have stayed in the East, to be honest.
Yep. And then obviously
The West is just incredibly insane this year too.
Yeah,
So,
and I'm agree with you on Boston as well, just because Jaylen Brown. There's his name is always in the trade rumors as well. Just because KD's available, add Jaylen Brown. Oh, Giannis might be available, add Jaylen Brown. And this has been going on for a lot of years. And obviously Jaylen Brown deserves better, so I wouldn't blame him if he decided to leave. But if I had to choose something that wasn't Boston, Philly, Philly's an easy one.
yeah.
The Phillies, the Eagles, their soccer team. if you're the only team that don't make it to a championship, I mean, also how much longer does Embiid have left in Philly? It didn't work with Butler. It didn't work with Ben Simmons.
Yep.
How long? We don't know how long it'll work with Harden. With rumors of him going back to Houston already, circling around. How long does Embiid have left? So Philly's the obvious one, but I'll go with Philly just because there's always pressure around the Philly sports area. So if they don't win, maybe Embiid might go join Jimmy Butler down in Miami. So there's rumors. I mean, they still talk to each other. So and they're great friends. So great. So
What Embiid and Bam, or is you and send Bam?
You probably have to send Bam, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, there's no way you get Joel Embiid and not like trade away probably a package of Bam, maybe I don't know how old Kyle Lowry would be, but Bam that will definitely have to go.
I send Lowry and Hero and picks.
Mm-hmm.
But then the paint is crowded too.
Yeah.
So you don't know how two of those guys, because that will compromise them two being on the floor at the same time defensively, especially when the team will run small ball on them.
Plus, it's Doc Rivers as your coach. He's always under pressure when he goes to the playoffs. He hasn't done much since 2008. Clippers, what didn't work at any point.
He's not.
Yeah.
He's no.
Yeah.
He got blessed. He got blessed at the league was in a perfect time when those guys got traded to Boston. They had a perfect window where there wasn't like now, where there's 5 teams in the West. Whoever get to the East, you're gonna get whooped.
Yeah.
Like also, it's completely different now. So
also, there's always pressure on Harden to win something because he has an MVP. He has a Finals appearance with the Thunder.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap
for Harden.
Yeah, it's just the Melo, like Melo.
He said the pizza rolls are. He said the pizza rolls are cooked. It's done.
But that's the thing. Like everybody wants every like good player to win it all, but that's just in the cards for them. They're not going to do it. Like Devin Booker may not win ever.
Charles Barkley,
but he scored 70 in a game. You feel me? Like, listen, I feel like Tatum, his chances are increasing, but as of right now, we don't know. He may never win, but he's going to be one of the greatest. When you talk about from 20, when he get in the league, 2017, 2018?
Yeah. Around that ballpark.
From a 10-year span, 2018 to 2028, and you got to say, yo, tell the NBA story for those 10 years. You got to bring up that's how I see like this athletics. Like obviously you want to win a championship, but can you be left out of the story? Or if they tell the story, you have to be in that.
Yeah.
I feel like that is like the pinnacle for me, just me in general, like just thinking about sports, putting the chips aside. Like,
and what sucks with the story, at the end of every season, there's going to be one winner. There has to be people that lose. There has to be people that win.
Exactly.
I mean, it sucks because obviously we want everyone.
That's why Greek cared about that. Like he was going to be that person, and then he put everything he had into winning that. Now he's probably more at ease, but he's still hungry. You feel me? So,
like Travis Kelce said the best, you have to fight for your right to party.
I got it.
You want a championship? You got to get it.
Right to party. Yeah, but that's just how I see it though. Is this there's gonna be some people in the cards that never do it, but yo, that guy was
Chris Paul, Carmelo,
Chris Paul, like
AI. Yeah.
Chris Paul was in phases. If like you don't even think about that either. Chris
Paul was nasty.
Yes, we seen Chris Paul where he used to be dunking on people super fast. He can get to anywhere on the floor to Lob City. He was just straight assist god. Now he's to the all right. I'm just a floor general. He's just a puppet master on the court when it comes to him running the floor for the Suns.
Not Scott Foster on the court.
Yeah, and you can tell that like
Scott Foster there. Ooh.
Right, you remember like Lob City like changed the league. Like you can't tell that in the last 15 years you have to talk about Lob City.
DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin, Jamal.
Even if they don't win, it's like you got to think about it too. It's like, all right, yo, Phil, what's some of the craziest NBA moments? Top 10 is gonna be
Blake on Timothy.
You feel me? What DeAndre Jordan did.
And Brandon Knight.
Yes, that's gonna be, bro. Like people who had memes talking about Brandon Knight was in the hospital in a coma after that.
Said he broke his arm
Like,
after that.
so it's just like I don't
The
know.
stink face after just
Like we may never respect that team or Doc Rivers for not winning, but like what they was doing was really crazy in the NBA. It was really crazy. So,
we got a silhouette or two. No?
oh, he said the silhouette.
We have to
He,
end it with a silhouette. We got to.
he holding me accountable. Listen, I respect you holding me accountable.
Right.
That's what we need. That's what we
And
need.
and you said it was gonna be a short ass episode. We're almost at the 1 hour mark.
Yeah, that's what happens. We every time we get on there, every time I say that, it's just like because we're flowing and talking too. So I don't want to be like, all right, peace.
Said,
And
well,
you're
I
gonna be,
gotta
you gonna
cut
be
you off
like,
here.
you're gonna be like, damn.
You said, damn, the only shows I get airtime. This is how we end it. That's crazy. Especially when NFL season come back on. Ooh.
All right, what we
Oh,
got? Who we got? We're gonna do two. We're gonna do two. Who we got?
I'm
What
gonna
you
say
got, man?
let me go with Jalen Williams. So
That was close though. That was close. I'm gonna go Marvin Bagley.
is he in the East?
He in the East, man.
Oh, okay, I was about to say. So forward East,
Undefined.
Time Lord.
Undefined Matt, so we don't know his age.
Damn,
His number is higher than 35.
higher than 8 as well. So he's a forward,
Mhm.
and he's from the East. Go down quick. So it's not Central.
Yeah, not
So it's
Central.
Atlantic or Southeast.
Yep. Who you got, man?
Let me go. Let me go. Quentin Grimes. Let me go. The shooter from New York,
Atlantic. Okay,
Atlantic
okay.
Division. Okay.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with he said it's not the Knicks.
Oh, Quentin Grimes is a guard. Yeah.
What is it? Oh, it's a forward?
Yeah, it's a forward from the
Oh,
Atlantic.
oh yeah, we already know it's gonna be Toronto. It's definitely gonna be Toronto. They're like 6'6", 6'7". I'm gonna say Scotty.
I think Scotty has a hair.
Yeah. Oh no, he used. I thought he did.
So it's
Well, I
not
hope.
Atlantic. So it's not Toronto or New York. So they're shorter than
So
6'8".
he's 6'7", I think. I want to say
Is
six
it
six.
Cam Johnson? Try Cam Johnson.
Cam Johnson.
Could be Cam.
Oh, Cam Johnson. Oh, Cam Johnson. Oh, they
Oh,
earlier in the season. Yeah,
I
earlier in
keep
the
forgetting
season.
about that.
Yeah,
Shit. Well, my way to the
this is before the trade deadline.
pain.
Um,
So it's either gonna be Nets, Wizards. No, sorry, Nets, Celtics, or Sixers.
forward.
Tatum, Hauser. It's probably not anyone on the Celtics because Tatum don't have the hair. Braun don't have the hair. Marcus Smart's a guard.
Yeah, I was about to just put him in there to see.
Yep, no, on the Celtics.
Not Boston. So what team is it?
So it's gonna be Nets or Sixers.
Nets or Sixers? Who you got?
Is that
We
no?
got two more guesses.
It's not Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah.
So as a forward, he's 6'6" ish. So it's either going to be Nets or Sixers.
Who you got?
I'm going to try to see someone from the Sixers. Give me Tobias.
Tobias.
Yeah, he's probably older, but I don't want to see if it's Sixers or not.
Yes.
Sixers. 6'7" from the Sixers.
So he's 6'7". He's on the Sixers.
Paul Reed? No, he's no center. Who's a forward on the Sixers? Only people I think of off the top of the head. Georges, no. Oh,
well, I don't know who this is.
Yeah, we would have not guessed that.
Yeah. All right, we got one more.
Champagny?
Let me see. Marquez Fultz. Oh, that was close though.
Okay, so he's in the West.
Yeah, he's in the West. Who you got?
Let me go Bones.
Bones.
Yeah.
Bones Island.
Oh, we got the division right. So he's a taller. Okay. So he's probably a forward in the West. That plays for the
Nah, he's a combo. He's a combo.
combo.
That's what that means. So
So
he's gonna be guard forward.
Pacific or Southwest now, because we got the Northwest Division out of here.
Yeah. Braids.
So he's probably like 6'6", 6 or something.
Oh.
Terrence Mann.
Yeah. Hey, I'm tough. I'm tough.
Okay.
We'll do one more since the first one was
Damn,
crazy.
20. Oof. We got Shaq free throw numbers.
I'm gonna say Josh. I think Richardson.
It's not a bad pick.
Oh no. So I thought he had Brady.
Western guard.
Yeah. He's 6'4", I think 6'4", and
Now
he's
the Southwest.
27. Yes.
So he's young.
Pacific or Northwest.
Give me Josh Hart
Oh, I like that. That's a good pick.
because he has a little hair.
Hey.
Let's get it. Cause
Good pick.
the headband and the hair gave it away. Plus, I thought Knicks, Blazers, etc.
All right, man. Any last words tonight before we get up out of here?
Let's go Miami. Let's pull off the upset. We don't need UConn winning the championship. You haven't won a championship before. Hurricanes, yes, you're a good football team, but hey, you're also a good basketball team as well this year. Hey, let's make some magic happen, and also make sure you guys check out all the socials on IBTE Sports and Apple Podcast, I believe.
Yes.
Check all their stuff out.
Yeah, we're
Also, Women's History Month is ending, so make sure you check out all our athletes we highlighted throughout the year, or throughout the month. So I think the next couple of days are coming up, so make sure you stay tuned to that as well.
All right, man. Last words for me, man. Appreciate Phil for showing up tonight. Another great talk about NBA. Learning a bit more every day. Football is my thing, but you got to be versatile, man. Just like Stroh up there, you see him. He got everything. We're gonna be talking football. I feel like this year we're gonna definitely do baseball a bit more. That's why the bat is there.
Oh, MLB predictions before we head out. Tomorrow's the day. We got some predictions
for what MLB?
Yeah, there's a random one.
Dodgers by 2, man.
I might have to write it down. Braves by 2, actually.
Braves. Who they got? Let me see.
Right.
Acuna. I'll pull up MLB real quick.
Acuna, Max Fried.
Yeah, MLB tomorrow. Oh, they're playing the Nationals. That's about to be dog walk. Yeah, that's a
Braves by 2.
Hey man, it's gonna be
Spencer Strider. I think they might be. I think they're like top 2 in World Series favorites as well. So bettors.
I feel like Phillies will probably cover. They're playing the Texans. I said the Texans, the Rangers. My fault.
DeGrom making his debut.
Look at me.
Football mode.
And then I think you could probably go over for Blue Jays and Cardinals too. Both got bats, you know. You got Bo, you got Lil Vladdy. You got
Blue Jays might be the division winner this year. We'll see.
Yeah, you got Arenado, you got Goldsmith. Look at me.
We got names out here. No first names, but all last names. I see you.
Paul Goldsmith.
There we go.
Nolan Arenado. Bo. I don't know how to say his last name. Bo. He's the leadoff. Bo Bichetta. But how do you say his last name?
Bo Bichetta.
On the Blue Jays.
Oh, Bo Bichette.
Bo Bichette. Okay.
And then last name Bichette. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got obviously everybody know Vladdy. His dad was. That was who you had.
Also, George Springer as well.
Yep, George Springer too. He's the leadoff. Bo is number 2. No, is George Springer, Bo, Vladdy, and then who's 4th? Forget who's 4th. But the lineup might switch though too. They might somebody might be in a slump in practice and they probably sent them to the gulag to the 7th spot or something. So you never know.
Yeah. I got the Braves winning it all this year. Why not? Just throw it random.
And then, hey man, every time, every time if you're gonna do a parlay, man, for the people that are gonna be going out there, simply just do Astros and Dodgers by 2 every night.
Stephen Kwan hits as well. Our boy,
Stephen Kwan
Stephen
hits.
Kwan, our
Listen,
boy.
sprinkle on the hits, you know. But nah, I think it's gonna be an interesting season. I definitely learned a lot last season because obviously you gotta provide value on the podcast. You know, gotta stand next to these guys. They know way more than me. So,
How do I feel during NFL
um,
season? I
huh?
was like, yo, how do I feel during NFL season? I
Yeah,
was
you
like,
gotta get that. You
so
gotta get.
34 defense. I'm like, oh,
You gotta, bro. You gotta go into the lab. You gotta watch videos. You gotta watch. You gotta figure stuff out, man. You gotta know. You know, expand on it. Expand on it. But and then you got shit. Well, I got something for y'all. Dodgers by 2, Astros by 2. Over on the runs in Cardinals Blue Jays, and then I would say I just had something, and then in the Padres by 2 also.
right. They get
That's
Tatis back, I think, as well. I
yeah.
believe he might be
So
back.
no,
So,
no, no, no. He's gonna be gone for a little bit longer. 'Cause
damn.
he had a lengthy. Yeah, his
Yeah.
suspension was it spilled over into
And
because
they
I don't
got
think I don't think
COVID.
him being injured. I don't think him being injured counted
Damn.
because I think once he was like, all right, I'm cleared to come back, then the suspension started.
Plus, they got Bogarts as well. Juan Soto, Bogarts,
Yep.
Tatis,
Yeah.
and Machado.
Nil said
Good lord.
Otani and MVP. That'll be he'd be the greatest baseball player. He probably he's gonna eventually be there.
Yeah,
But
hey, we get to a
he's
lot of pitching
incredible.
and batting.
Yeah, his body. Hopefully, his body can withstand all that though too. So, but man, appreciate everybody that's tuned in. Everybody that keeps rocking with us. One last thing I do want to say, man. Inspired by True Events Network, working behind the scenes. There's some more shows. There's some things coming that are gonna be really nice. That are being curated right now by my boy Rick. Want to definitely give him a shout out for keeping pushing.
I'm glad he got over the Super Bowl.
We're
Shout
gonna
out to
we're
Rick.
we're, we're gonna keep this thing going, man. You know, and be on the lookout for better things for IBT Sports too. We're gonna try to shake it up a little bit on here. I know we're live and just remote all the time, but there may be some special things coming up.
Come to a city near you. No.
He needs MVP and Cy Young now. Hey man, we'll see what happens.
It's possible. It's possible.
But man, we're up out of here. We appreciate you. We love you for rocking with us. We out.
Kevin Durant.